Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. It is October 7th. Today we're going to do something, we've been planning it for probably 2 weeks now. We're doing our reaction video. You got myself, Lieutenant Coop. We've got our local talent.
Howdy.
Lieutenant McFarland. We have a guest with us today, our instructor, Chief of Security, Mr. Josh Leon. So thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
No, what I appreciate is watching the disgusting Lieutenant McFarland run into the recording studio with half a Hot Pocket hanging out of his filthy sewer. And then he has to hide it in 4 different locations so it doesn't appear on you guys' live stream.
Yeah, it's a floor pocket now, and I'm definitely going to finish eating it after the show.
I am honored.
Oh, no.
I am honored to be here and yet disgusted. And so let's make this happen.
I get a good sense of joy knowing that.
I'm considering just ending it all.
No. All right, so today we're going to be doing a reaction video.
Gross.
These windows don't
You're
open.
gross,
I've
dude.
tried.
You're gross.
These windows don't open.
So
It won't
today
happen.
we're going to be doing a reaction video. We are not reacting to
I
the
am
talent.
I'm reacting to that.
Hot Pocket.
Horrible. Not sponsored. So, guys,
I'm
thanks for joining us.
amazing.
Charles, thanks. Suzanne, hey. Billy, thank you for joining us as well. So, we're going to be reacting to a
Gross.
video.
It's Lieutenant Rose's Hot Pockets.
It is.
It's even better knowing that I'm stealing it from him.
It's not stealing. He offered it.
I didn't tell him. Don't
He
tell me
offered
that.
it to us.
You stop telling me that and
No.
taking away my joy.
I'm having
So,
really
this
bad.
is-
I'm about to leave.
I'm going to smack him. I'm going to change the video to camera to Leon real quick while I hit McFarland.
Why?
No, I'm kidding.
It's hostile work environment here,
I'm
guys.
not. So we're reacting to a video from a grocery store. This is law enforcement coming to this. I'll play the video the first few seconds, a minute or so.
Is this gonna make me sick like last time?
Dude,
Is it gonna make me
you're
sick?
killing me here.
Just get through it, but is it gonna make me sick?
No, it's not going to make you
Okay.
sick.
'Cause I
You are
was upset.
killing me. All right. See, this is the bickering we go through on a daily basis. I apologize to all
Everybody
of you.
knows it happens.
So the first minute and a half is going to be about a dispatch call. They're going to give the details of what is going on. It's going to be 3 different callers about it, and then I will not be nice, Suzanne. And then it's going to go into the call itself. I'm going to have to fast forward a couple of times to get through some of the video because some of it is just long-winded, waiting for something to happen. So we'll go from there. But I'm going to get us over to the video real quick, and then we will react to this. So you guys are going to see the beginning of it while I change some stuff for us to view it.
Okay.
Swivel. It's 2020. Oh, okay.
Look at you reading.
I can. On a good day.
Of a man with a gun near the intersection of Lassen Street and Balboa Avenue.
Hi, on the intersection.
If at any point you guys want me to pause it, let me know.
There's like a Hispanic male, and he's walking back and forth through this like through the lane in like a dark area. He's wearing like really dark clothes, and it looked like he had his hand in his waistband. I don't know if he just had his hand in like his pocket or like in his shirt, but it looked like he was trying to flag cars down, and he kept going. Like it looked like he was gonna cross the street, and he came back, and then as cars were coming the opposite way, he would like walk back into the middle of the street. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we can check him out. Are you just passing by, or are you just still in the area?
No, I just passed by.
Okay, so dark clothing. Did you want to leave your name or number?
No, thank you.
All right, we'll check him out. Thanks for calling.
PD, you online?
I'm here.
Yeah, this Captain. Yeah, go ahead. PD, do you have a captain on the phone? He's making a report. Someone at Lassen and Balboa waving a gun. Go ahead.
In the middle of the
Captain.
intersection. Yeah.
Lassen and Balboa is a black, white, Hispanic, Asian male.
What does they look like? They couldn't tell. He sounded Hispanic.
Okay.
A male waving a pistol, wearing baggy clothes, middle of the intersection. The family came running down the fire station and pounded on the door. They have a little baby, so.
Give me 1 second. Let me just get the call out really quick.
Okay.
Did they say where this is at?
It's Los Angeles County.
Lassen and Balboa. Suspect male, possibly Hispanic, wearing baggy plaid clothing. Code 3, incident 3413, RD 1756.
654, can I get an airship?
Any air unit come in on a demonstrator frequency Lawson and Balboa 4415, man with a gun.
That suspect was later identified as 37-year-old Manuel Hernandez.
169, got me shot.
What does he look like? Is he white guy, black guy, Hispanic guy?
He looks Hispanic. He has a black shirt, plaid shorts, shaved head, tattoo on his neck. Thank you.
He might be hiding in the back somewhere because he. Is he in the cooler?
Yes.
Oh, what about the woman that? My boy said he talked to her.
I heard.
So real quick, I skipped the last call because it's just another like minute and a half to 2 minutes of them calling in.
Just clarifying who they're looking for.
It was somebody in the store saying that they had somebody run in with a weapon.
Now he's entered the store.
So
he
he's
started
entered
in traffic, and then I don't know if you guys heard it, but you could hear the tones dropping. As dispatch was taking information, the other dispatchers dropping tones to break through the rest of the air or the radio traffic to let officers know something hot's coming up.
I thought it was. You could definitely tell it's a populated area if they've got an airship that quick. I mean,
Yeah,
for
so-
something like
Well,
that.
when you're talking LA County, you got
Right.
multiple ships up at
yeah.
at once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they've got a lot of resources. All right,
Okay,
keep
so
going.
back to the video.
Something back there.
Well, the woman's bathroom is right above.
What do we have here?
So he was last seen going back here. There's another entrance, a set of stairs. They think that he either went upstairs to the bathroom, but the employee just came down and said, "There's someone in the cool. He's in the cooler." Oh shit! Hey, get down! Get on the ground! Get down on the ground!
Get down! Keep your hands up!
Keep your hands up!
Do not reach for it!
Jump down.
If you reach for anything, you will be shot with a less lethal.
Calm down.
Who else is here? Who else is here? LAPD, brother. Who else is here? Yes, we have.
Okay, pause, Coop. Okay, when you have multiple units like this, just for those who are keeping up with this, they probably got one with a beanbag gun. They probably got one with a taser, and they probably got multiple with lethal out.
So I will say the shotgun that you will see here in about a minute or so, it is less than lethal.
Should be orange or a different color.
No.
Is it regular color?
It's regular color, but
Okay.
they state that they've got less lethal in it.
Okay, cool.
And then
The
they've
beanbag
got
round,
a
yeah.
And then they've got the other officers have all their pistols.
Okay.
Keep your hands
Relax, brother. Yeah, brother. It's all right. We're going to help you. We're here to help you, all right?
here.
We're here to help you, brother, okay?
You have jurisdiction here. What's up for now, PD? You're next now. You're fucking fake as fuck.
Get down! Hey, come on, you gotta get down.
Hands up!
You gotta get down. Get down. Get down.
Hey, brother, just relax.
Just relax.
Pasa Fernando.
Relax, sir. Relax,
Relax,
brother, relax.
Fuck you. Pasa Fernando.
Come on, get out, man. We're gonna figure this out together. Come on.
Yeah, big ass fool.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because it's going to be another few minutes of them arguing with him up on that podium up there.
Just no, don't do that, man. All right.
How many years?
Yeah, how many years?
23. Yeah.
What year you start?
It's been a while, brother. It's been a
What year
while.
did you start? Or you can't remember, huh? Yeah, you full of shit, dog. Fuck.
Come on, man.
Nah. You guys are gonna fucking end up killing me.
We're not gonna. You just come down and talk to us.
I'd rather fucking hit the shootout right here with all cameras can see. Fake ass fool.
Come on, man. Just come down and talk to us.
He's here. Oh, what's up for now? I ain't coming down on this.
I can't see if he has anything in his waistband. It's hard to tell.
Hey, he's here? You have no fucking jurisdiction here? You got me fucked up. Fuck this shit. Fuck it, I was ready to light the day anyway. What's up, homie?
Come on, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, just come down.
So you can tell there's something in his right side because he keeps picking up his pants and his right side's dipping.
Heavier? Yeah.
We'll come down here and we'll get it for you, all right? All this will go away, all right? All this will be over. Hey, what's your...
It's gonna be over. Not in my favor.
It's gonna be in your favor. Nothing's gonna happen. He's coming down.
Oh boy.
What? There's a bird. There's a bird.
He ran in there.
I think that's a green. Yeah, it's off color. But they don't grab the wrong one.
Weird.
Where you at?
I couldn't see that on my phone.
They're usually orange or like really bright colors.
Huh.
Never gonna live that down.
I got a friend that's a cop that told me that. So.
Yeah.
That one looks lethal.
You know what?
He went inside.
This has to be barricaded shit.
We don't know where he went back there.
I saw he went this way, so I don't know where. We're just gonna have to hold it here. You guys hold it here.
When officers entered the store, an employee directed them to the rear of the location where Hernandez was last seen. While near the refrigerated section, Hernandez dropped from the ceiling and landed on top of the freezer aisle. Officers immediately ordered Hernandez down. He ignored the officer's commands and attempts to gain his compliance and walked along the top of the freezer aisle to the front of the store. The officers attempted to de-escalate the situation and gave Hernandez an opportunity to surrender, and after about 23 minutes, Hernandez jumped down from the shelf and ran to the back of the store where he encountered plainclothes vice detail officers that were wearing tactical vests with police insignias that responded to the backup call. Hernandez shot at one of the vice officers, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. Hernandez, who was not struck by gunfire, ran to the back of the store and out of sight. The officer Hernandez shot at sustained injuries and was immediately transported to a local hospital, where he was treated for a non-life-threatening wound to his arm.
I'm glad they explained that. I was confused.
Yeah.
Obviously, from the commotion of who was shooting who there.
You just see him as he comes around the corner.
Here's the engagement right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
And see, that's the gun, obviously.
Yeah, when this officer slips over here, he knocks over that looks like flowers. I thought that was blood at first, and that amount that quick is usually not good. Thankfully, it wasn't. Perfect example how it goes from 2 to 100 in no time.
Well, and how fast things happen.
Yeah.
So at this point, they have no clue that he's actually made exit from the building.
Yeah.
So they're talking about
As
how do
officers
we.
were preparing to search the back of the store, a 911 call from a nearby gas station was broadcasted.
Yeah, I need a San Fernando Police Department on Devonshire and Balboa at the MPM now. This is a place getting robbed.
You need San Fernando Police Department?
Yes.
Okay, let me transfer you there. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, Devonshire and Balboa.
Well, that's not San Fernando, sir.
KTD?
Yes.
Okay. Just bring it over here.
Are you okay? Do you need a paramedic, sir?
Yes, just bring it over here now.
Okay, what's the name of your business?
It's AMPM.
AMPM? Okay, the
Yes.
person that's there, is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Is he white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
Does it matter? The fuck?
Is he white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's fucking Asian. Who gives
Okay,
a shit?
what color? The officer needs to know what to look for, sir. What color shirt and pants is he wearing?
You're bullshitting me. All right, you know what? There's a robbery going on over here.
What color shirt and pants is he wearing, sir?
If I have to shoot one of you motherfuckers again, I'm gonna do so.
Sir,
Trust me.
are you playing on the telephone?
Huh?
Are you
I don't
playing
know.
on the telephone?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, I'm hanging up. Goodbye.
Officers responded to the gas station and immediately set up containment. After several minutes of negotiation, the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident.
Nice.
Good.
You're going to give him direction, okay? Okay, one. We got direction.
So the rest of this video is them giving him direction,
Sure.
giving up, and stuff like that.
Thank you for not hurting my stomach this time.
So, what do you think?
It was good. The saga continued. My first initial gut reaction was when they were about to get barricaded, they probably would have got some sort of TAC team or SWAT team in because of the barricaded situation. They usually deploy that. And then my next thing was there's probably doors to get out. So I was hoping they had people in the back or at all exits, especially since they were going for 20 minutes. You know, they probably want to set up a better perimeter on that. But I think, I mean, they did the best they could there. And the end result's good.
I'm not in the business of second guessing guys who do that that well, and certainly a department like LAPD, who's my grandfather retired from, and long-standing honorable tradition there. There's always going to be something we can do better. But
Sure.
The first thing that comes in my mind is when the cameras start on, we know we have a guy possibly with a gun in the building, and I have a couple civilians here. Why are they still in here?
Right.
And so let's get them out. But these are guys who are. It's like when we're second guessing referees who are watching a 6'5", 240-pound tight end catch a ball that's going 70 miles an hour and make sure his toes were where they were supposed to be at on the line or whatever. And it's just a tough job. And those guys were dealing with a lot. But I thought the best was the guy who was breaking it down is when he's saying, this is how long we were in here trying to get this guy to do the right thing. 23 minutes or whatever the case was. There's always, I say it all the time, I was never in a fight, I was never in a chase, I was never in a call where I couldn't have done something better. So they'll break that down and figure out, hey, what could we have done better? Maybe it's since we have a guy with a gun and we have no knowledge that he has a hostage or anything like that, well, let's take any potential hostages, any potential victims, and let's get them out, form a perimeter, and we'll deal with it as we can, from the outside in. But who knows? Maybe they did not have knowledge of where all the employees were. Maybe they did not have knowledge of where this or that was. And so they're dealing with a tough spot there. And also, when a guy falls through the roof at you, I mean, it kind of changes up your game plans.
Yeah, that 20 minutes kind of showed them everything they need to know with this guy's going to do whatever he wants to do. Yeah. And, I agree with you 100%. I mean, there's little things. That was one of the first things is like, why is that staff member still there? When he's pointing to where the guy's at, and he's giving them direction and giving, because they're still gathering information.
Well, and that's the other thing. We got to fast forward through a lot of these messages and the phone calls to dispatch, and how much bullshit information did dispatch get given by callers. I'm not saying bullshit, but just that was wrong,
inaccurate,
inaccurate. And
well, if you listen to that last call, that was actually
that's
suspect.
the bad guy calling.
Yeah, that's the bad guy calling.
Yeah.
Most
you can kind of
smoke and
tell.
mirrors.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
The first two calls were they had information that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
The third call was no better. So the initial call, the third call, when they say, "Hey, he's in the building now," there was some information that they didn't need. Oh, he's on this side of the street and stuff like that. So all of the calls that they got that they published on with this video, there's an excess of information. And it's not a bad thing, but it's not all information that's necessary.
It's not all accurate, and there's a lot flying at you, and those poor dispatchers got to break that down as well and figure out what's going to be the best, the best information to get into their team that's right there in the field, and what's what sounds bogus or bad, and so they're in a tough spot as well. Let's bring it to security level. We deal with this all the time. This doesn't happen anymore because we've got the system fixed, but there used to be a thing where I would get calls and you guys would tell me, hey, this client is calling and it's after contract hours. Go. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go. And sometimes as an officer, you got to go and we'll figure out the rest later.
Yep.
And I'm trying to bring it back around to us. Let's bring this back around to us. I think that's probably what the boss would want us to do when we're breaking things like that down. And, obviously there's the law enforcement piece there. But for us, what I would advise you guys to do is grab every employee you can, get them out of that, It takes 2 guys to cover a building, 1 on each corner, so you're looking at a pyramid, and then and be as helpful to law enforcement as they're arriving. If we can keep an eye out to make sure he's not bailing out one door or another, and that he's still in the building, the biggest thing that would be, digging at us is, did we get everybody out of the building?
Right.
And that would be, and to be quite honest with you, that's happened to me before on a call where I go poking into a call like this where I'm neck deep into the building, the residence or whatever it is, things starts going bad, and I start backing my way out and grabbing who I can and back them out, and then wait for some other good guys to get there. Tough call, and especially when you got a guy crawling through the ceiling and falling out of stuff, and but I think it was pretty evident that if he would have got plugged, he had wrote that check.
Yes. That's a good example of, hey, this guy just shot an officer, and then they got him peacefully.
Sure. At
the end, which is their end game. No officer goes to work want to shoot somebody that day.
Right.
And a good example, circle back to us. My second week here, is toot my own horn a little bit. Second week here is a shooting right at the front of the grocery store I was at. And I instantly just got everybody towards the manager's office because there was a door I could shut and get them in an area away from the situation. It was at night, so it was basically glass. It was like mirrors. I couldn't see outside. I didn't know who was out there, how many there were, and what was going on. So I got everybody to a corner of the building that I could get in between them and the threat. And obviously KCKPD came shortly after because I radioed it in. And I mean, that's a situation where getting them out's not going to work because I could shuffle them into danger. So we got to get them, and that's just how every situation is going to be a little different. And that's how the take we have to have on it is we got to do what's best in that given situation with what we're dealing with.
And lightning strikes like this. When I first came over to Titan full time, we had an officer at a grocery store. A gunfight erupts in the parking lot. As the gunfight erupts in the parking lot, there was a CCW, someone who was carrying concealed, and he comes running into the grocery store to seek shelter or seek cover from the gunfight that's going on in the parking lot. Our officer hears the gunfight that's going on in the parking lot. He draws his weapon and starts making his way towards the door. And the visual he gets to see is a woman running in to get away from the gunfire, and the CCW guy
coming in right
behind her, basically pointing a gun at her, and he goes ahead and fires a shot. You talk about lightning striking there. And those things happen, and luckily no one was hit and everything came out okay. But I remember having to articulate that to people and pausing the video to show the client I was breaking it down for, what does it look like to you?
Right.
What does it look like to you?
Right.
Does it look like he's chasing
perspective?
It's
Absolutely.
all perspective. And it was scary to me. And maybe those guys, we fast forward through some of that 20-minute negotiation they had. What the narrator told us is that those 2 off-duty detectives who were coming in with the vests on, who ended up getting involved in the shooting with the suspect, it's scary to not know where all your chess pieces are. And that's scary. That's also a Columbine lesson where we had different units moving into the school and stuff at different times. And that's scary stuff. I mean, the potential for friendly fire right there is just really
huge.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very huge. But that's a tough call. And, LAPD has to deal with stuff that I can't even imagine, and it's
every day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stress and hypervigilance you gotta constantly have.
When I'm sitting here, critiquing the consumption of a Hot Pocket by an adult man, it's
shame pocket.
Yeah, shame pocket. And these guys are doing that stuff. But thank goodness all the officers were okay. Sounds like the one guy had a minor wound to his arm and was all right.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, but
non-fatal.
The suspect should be very thankful to
count his blessings.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Los Angeles Police Department. Yeah, that they showed a ton of restraint.
Absolutely.
But what color was the non-lethal again?
Green.
Yeah, so it wasn't regular shotgun color.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Was that you?
That was me.
Oh, look how happy that you are that it wasn't you for once.
That's okay. I'll absolutely say it was me. But
when do
I
we
was
ever
looking
not
at the
get
video,
yelled at for each other's mistakes?
When I was looking
That's a good
at
point.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the
it's a
video
broad brush.
initially, I was looking at it my phone and it was hard to see the green. So
Yeah.
It's a broad brush.
I was
that we
wrong.
paint
I'll
with.
admit that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bright orange.
Well, I've already.
So,
Yeah, but it was a different color.
Well, he's already so at range we have orange tape
Oh, we're gonna start
that we
this.
put on the chest of the target to kind of cheat and say, hey, that's what you're aiming for. Is to help
to
focus
help,
on your
yeah.
principle of aim small, miss small. And he kept saying red tape, and I go, where is the red tape?
We have
and
red
I go, he goes, it's that one. I said, oh, the orange tape. So he doesn't know what orange and red are.
You were just eating a Hot Pocket.
And it had orange cheese.
Yeah.
Not red.
It's not cheese in a hot dog.
That's not real
It's
cheese.
government cheese, and it's delicious.
Not by any means.
No.
But so all in all, it was handled very well.
I think so too. There's always something.
Oh, yeah.
There's always stuff we can do better. But yeah,
Like
no,
you said, we
absolutely.
can always nitpick that stuff.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, somebody got hurt, but nobody died.
Nobody's dead.
And justice was served, and that guy doesn't deserve to probably be on the streets anymore. And he's
Yeah.
probably not.
He's probably not.
We got the bad guy into custody unharmed, and all,
No bystanders.
Yeah. That's
That's a big win.
we don't score pretty touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to score touchdowns.
Exactly.
Yeah, the thing is if, of course we'd love to make it pretty, but that's not this world.
Well, we're not in the business of being able to do that.
Yeah.
That's ugly work we got to do, and we got to do it as gracefully as possible. And it's just those are good ones to see, and it's fortunate that everybody got to go home to their families that night. And besides him, and he doesn't deserve to.
Right.
He
So
wrote
let's
that.
talk about.
I just want to say something real quick. Roses wants you to know Leon is literally a hot pocket.
Well, he's an idiot, and I think that's been made very, very.
But he's
clear.
our idiot.
Yeah, but he's ours.
He is, and he's probably sitting on a shelf with a pointy hat on somewhere at this point.
We have to
looking like the elf that he is.
We're gonna try and get him in that uniform or that attire
For
at
Christmas?
some point. Yeah,
Absolutely.
for the next couple of
He
months.
actually already agreed to it. So
I think he did,
is-
didn't he?
he
Willingly,
did.
he was just like, "Yeah, I'll do
He
it."
is our elf on the shelf, so we
Cute
love
as a
him.
button.
We love him dearly. Let's talk about this weekend. What do we got going on? Weather, anything? It got cold at range today.
it was it's supposed to be like 40s tonight.
Yeah.
So those of you going to the
you have
football
ice?
games, thank you. Please dress warm. It's going to be chilly.
Once that sun goes down,
I
it
think the
drops dramatically.
I think the rest of the weekend is going to be about the same. It's going to be low temperatures, not super cold, but chilly. So
Yeah, chilly in the morning, chilly at night, but make sure you guys are bundling up. And remember, we dehydrate in the cold just like we dehydrate in the heat. So make sure we're drinking lots of water. If anybody's looking to pick up shifts, please contact these lieutenants.
Absolutely. We say that every time.
Yeah, they always
Happy to give them to you.
Yeah, they're happy to help people out with hours. So we have plenty of them. What else is going on?
I think next or Monday or Friday for the podcast, I'm going to get with some of the guys upstairs and get some more information on the benefits and kind of circle back to the daily pay and a few other things that most of you you all should have received an email over the last couple of weeks about that. And I want to get some hard details for you on that because I know we've been saying, hey, this is coming, but I know the powers that be have finally put some pen to paper on some things, and so I can give you some good information on that, which is really important. And that's why I've kind of loosely talked about it because I don't want to say anything and be wrong because I do it enough as it is. So that, and then I think we're going to try again and get Instructor Sparks.
We're going to try again. Supposedly, I'm hoping either this upcoming Friday or the Friday after we can get Sparks in to do a show with us so he can go over his week with Neo. We're also hoping in the next couple of weeks we're going to have our dispatch supervisor, Tanisha, in with us.
Okay.
And she's going to give a introduction to dispatch and just kind of give a little bit of idea of what they do and how they
Right.
play a role with us.
We're moving Sparks into I think that same day that he's going to come record with you guys, we're going to put him in the field to hit grocery stores. So you grocery store officers, be aware of that. Your instructor is going to show up and make sure that you paid attention to what he taught you in class. So, he'll be reminding you guys of that, but we look forward to getting him out and in front of everybody that we can. Todd's fantastic.
Yeah, I was able to get out last week and the week prior a little more often, and I was really impressed with everything I was seeing. Guys are paying attention, doing their job, good-looking men and women in uniform. So keep that up. It's a big part of our gig is looking the part. So it's really good to come back to the office and catch up on stuff that I get behind on because I do love going out in the field, and it's good knowing, hey, that was a productive day. I didn't see a lot of things that were causing me concerns. So
Yeah.
good job to all you guys I saw.
So I know Sparks is looking forward to going out there as well and getting out to see him in the field and how they work out there.
Yeah, and I've done that with Todd before. I didn't hit on grocery stores as much as I took him. He's been to Hope Faith and some of the KCATA sites and things like that, and I've ran him around a little bit. But when he's teaching the guys, who are going to be actually doing the work, it's good for him to see those sites and see what they're dealing with. And we know it. I mean, we know standing in a grocery store for 10, 12 hours with podium and cameras, that's a long day.
Someone watching you. It's a long day.
It's a long day, and so we get that, but it's good for us to remember that every now and then, and for us who've got nice cushy offices to get out and remember that. And it's a nice reminder.
It is. Other than that, I think the next few weeks of videos are going to be no reaction videos. For those of you saying that there's an audio sync issue, I've been working on that. It seems to be intermittent with who it hits. So some people will get it, some people won't. I tested it on myself. I didn't have it. So I think there's a issue with some of the technology that I'm still learning since it's all new to me. So.
And everybody just know that Josh is coming in here on his days off and on Sundays and stuff, trying to get this studio up and running to where it's just a push and play, and we don't have any issues like that. But all of us are still in the security business. We're not in the recording business, so we're making this up as we go along.
Wait a minute, you do this a lot for your hobby
for music, yeah, but I don't run the board.
He doesn't do any of this.
No.
I
do just what I'm doing right now. I run my mouth.
That's what I do. I just come in here eating Hot Pockets, while everything's all set up. So, and there's some new gizmos and gadgets over there, you guys off screen. So
there's some new technology that I've gotten. To be able to make this a little bit easier, more of a one-click, one button push to get the audio, to get everything going and everything. Unfortunately, because I don't do this on a regular basis, it makes some of the stuff a little bit more difficult for me. So
the more reps that you get of it, the better you're going to be.
And so the audio, I know what the problem is, or at least I have an idea of what it is. Thanks, Google. It's getting it together and making it work. So that's kind of where I'm struggling, guys. So if you do have the audio issue, that's my apologies. I'm working on it. Hopefully, maybe by Monday or next Friday, I'll have it all set in stone, and we don't have to worry about that audio glitch. So just keep that in mind. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, bear with us on that. And
if that's the worst thing that happens,
we're doing okay.
Yeah. I will say though, when you notice it on like a show or a movie, it just ruins it for me.
Yeah,
because I'm like, his mouth is not matching his words.
Yeah, that's always my issue with it too.
It doesn't ruin it like some
Hot Pocket
Neanderthal fumbling and bumbling his way into a studio with a Hot Pocket.
You know, it's funny.
And then taking the bite, and then I have to hear you behind me that the cheese is burning your mouth. Like we're 15.
It's nuclear, and then it's frozen. So it's your normal Hot Pocket.
Buckman says that he'd rather have pizza rolls than a Hot Pocket. And
I would too. I agree.
Too.
I agree with Steven.
My wife is a big fan of pizza rolls. We haven't got them in a while. So,
really?
Yeah.
I bought like a 75-pound bag the other day.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've been trying to stay away from like manufactured stuff like that. Like,
I already don't
sandwiches.
What?
Like frozen heat up food.
Hold on here. Hold on.
Frozen heat up food. I'm trying to stay away
change
from
the
it.
camera. This is great.
Hold on. What a complete line of horseshit. Are you kidding me?
How often do you see me microwaving food at the office?
I have never seen
the Hot Pocket is what. Yeah, obviously
it is not anywhere near the first time.
Nothing in that is real. But I think I had a Hot Pocket like a week ago, and then today, and that was the first time I had a Hot Pocket in probably 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, but that is not the only manufactured food
I watched
that you
have
eat.
3 Hot Pockets last week.
No, it's 2.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
not any better.
It's 2. This is my 3rd, and there's been a week of time.
Yeah, but some of the other food that you eat,
most of it
still
is
manufactured.
Like,
it's not any better than the Hot Pocket. You just don't.
I meant like
nuke it.
frozen stuff. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but it's all the same. It's all just as bad.
Yeah, I'm not going to like the vegan grocery store and getting that kind of
You
stuff.
don't got to go to vegans. You stay on the outside aisles. The meat and the vegetables. You stay on the outside aisles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing that?
No.
Okay, I was just checking. I was clarifying.
Food like pizza rolls and Hot Pockets, I've been trying to stay away from.
You just ate a Hot Pocket in front of us.
I said like it.
He also did say trying.
Yeah, and I said, believe it or not, I'm not very successful, but I've been trying. Because I feel better when I don't eat fake food.
Okay, let's go through the diet for the last 24 hours.
Probably not a good idea.
I'll be
not
honest,
a good idea.
I'll be honest with mine. I mean, I'll be honest with mine. Mine was. Let's see. Last night
I'm staying hydrated.
I made myself a plate of tacos.
Yeah, today. You weren't yesterday.
Yesterday was a rough day for me, so I had the ability to cheat yesterday.
I had some beers, and then this morning I didn't eat anything, and then I returned.
Had lots of clear liquid.
I had lots of water and coffee, and then I returned to find a piece of breakfast pizza on my desk, and I ate every single piece or a bit of it.
Every bit of it.
The grease pizza.
Yeah,
That's
it was
Casey's
lovely.
fault for opening up right by the office.
Oh, they did an amazing job with
Breakfast pizza is fantastic.
Yeah, Casey's Pizza in general.
But if I'm going down with a piece of pizza. I'm not going down with a Hot Pocket.
Listen, I had 15 minutes before we had to be on, and I was going to be
have...
hangry in here, and I didn't want to do that to you guys. So I had 3/4 of a shame pocket.
3/4? Is there still something down there?
Yeah, it's 4 pocket now, and I will finish it when we're off the show.
Oh, Lord.
Ugh.
It's going to be cold pocket.
And he's going to have to renuke it, too.
I'm just as gross as you guys are. I just like pointing it out.
Do you want to continue with the diet thing?
No.
I know Rose said he's got a lot of weddings, so if anybody's going out to weddings, have fun. Be safe. Get a sober driver. Uber is too much of an excuse to
Say our officers working weddings should be driving themselves home. They should not.
No, I was saying like if people, it's wedding
attending.
season. Yeah, people. I've gotten one next weekend, I think, that I'll be going to. So one of my fraternity brothers. It's gonna be a fun time. Yeah.
Selling his soul too.
Yep.
My dad always equated weddings to selling your soul.
It's buying a warden is all you're doing. I love you, babe.
God, I hope she doesn't watch this here.
No, she goes, you two idiots up there look stupid. And I said, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the
that.
support.
Well,
she's not wrong.
No, but she should totally watch and make fun of us on here anyway.
You know
Every
what?
time
Probably
Rose is
not a
on,
good
his
idea.
wife gets on, just berates him. It's great.
Well, why wouldn't she?
She deserves to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he's a moron.
He bought Hot Pockets for the office. Now I'm eating them. It's his fault, really.
He didn't buy them for the office.
We bought them for himself or for his wife, and then she didn't like them or couldn't have them.
She ate one, and she goes, I can't eat these anymore. These are disgusting. Take them somewhere else.
That poor
and he goes,
woman.
I'm going to take them to work because
That poor
McFarland will eat
woman.
them.
She just imagine every day being with that guy at home. And then carrying his children. I mean, they're repopulating the world.
Did I tell you guys my theory of his name when you put them both together? That it sounds like a bad disease. It's chondrosis.
Chondrosis. I got the chondrosis. I got to take this
I got a bad
prescription
case
for
of
it.
chondrosis. I'm going to need a salve. I'm going to need a salve and 5 days off. The chondrosis is eating me up downstairs.
That's a double vaccination
Yeah.
and a booster.
Yeah.
The chondrosis.
I have got a bad case of the chondrosis.
Again?
Yeah, see, all I picture is that picture they showed us of the coronavirus with the little needles
thing.
out.
Yeah.
But it's it's got his face on it with the needles.
I was
pointing
picturing more of the stuff they showed us in the gym in like 3rd grade, and I was like, I'm never touching another human being my entire life.
Yeah, I don't want to catch a case of chondrosis. Yeah.
That's an itch that never goes away.
Yeah,
so.
you know how you don't get chondrosis? You abstain. And
Don't touch
don't touch anybody. You stay away from everybody. You won't get the chondrosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish he was in chat right now. That'd be great because he left. He was, but
Well, I'm sure somebody will fill him in.
oh yeah.
Well, boys, thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. Hopefully, in the next reaction video, I've got a few more that are lined up that are pretty good.
Yeah, if I could watch, I just watched
I'll
the
just
Hot Pocket, and maybe
We should
next
watch
time.
that reaction
I
video.
say next time. I didn't record that. Well, I mean,
You got to do that like that.
Yeah, or you walking around eating a cold can
there
of
was
ravioli.
Ew, I do not eat ravioli. I come from an Italian household. It's canned spaghetti. Don't touch it.
But Hot Pocket pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a
Gotta
pinch.
love the
I could have been
priorities.
hangry up here, and that would have been awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes total sense.
I had to get a Hot Pocket in. So
There were much other better things that you could have eaten out of that.
Why
little
don't you
there was
bring a
something more importantly I was going to say that was more important
You
than
didn't
my Hot
have
Pocket.
anything important to say.
Yeah.
Joshua, probably time to bring this to an end.
All right, so we appreciate everybody joining us today. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, stay warm,
You
stay
guys be
hydrated.
safe.
Be careful, guys.
If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys have any videos you want me to look at when it comes to use of force, let us know. Send them to me. We'll get them all squared away. I check the comments every couple of days. Just make sure I stay up to date on that. So, again, we appreciate everybody joining us today. Stay safe.
My
Enjoy your
parting
weekends.
words: don't catch the chondrosis.
Speaking of, Chondrosis pied you, and I think we're going to have that up on here at some point.
Fantastic.
Yes, that's actually an update. I'm waiting for the employee appreciation pie in the faces. We've got those recorded, and as soon as I have those videos, the next podcast, we will have them.
I got.
So
I
once
was
get
one of
those,
the lucky